friends, today we are going to do a desk tour. We're not going to do a full office tour because we're going to do that later. I'm going to show you the working side of my office. This is my desk, my main desk. This is my standing desk and my setup. And this is where I work. That is where Loki hangs out while I work. I'm going to show you where I keep most of my arts and crafts. I keep a lot of stuff in the closet that I don't use all the time, but a lot of stuff I keep in all of these bins. So I'm going to show you guys my office and how I write and how I do all my crafty things when I get a chance. I also have a main crafting table that I pull out of the closet, but for small things, I'm usually just here at my desk. Let's take a look and see where I work at. Let's start with my standing desk. This I pull out sometimes I keep it where it's at, and that is my stepper. I also have a walking pad and a vibration plate, so I will use those on occasion, and I can raise my standing desk up a little bit higher. And it looks like there's a lot of cords, and there are, because the vibration plate and my walking pad have to get plugged in. So I just literally just keep all the cords here ready so I don't accidentally lose them. My standing desk does get used to hold a lot of things. It holds my weights when I don't feel like putting them away, and I could have put them away for the video, but I wanted to show you honestly this is how I work. So most of the time they don't get put away. They get put here because these are the things that I use the most. I'm most likely to use the stepper and the weights. Second most thing I'm usually going to use when I'm working out is my walking pad, which I do keep right under there, which is why I keep the day bed, because I need something big enough to store it because I don't want to see everything. So I also have my bands over there because we got to work out and do things while we're writing and being creative. We just cannot sit in our chairs all day, which sometimes happens. I do keep a calendar. I make my own calendar. We are making our way through May right now, and oh, I've got a week off coming up. Yay! I need to fix that on my schedule because I did not realize that my mom and sister were both going to be coming into town at the same time, so I am not going to stream this week. I got that marked off, that family in town. But this is what I do. I don't buy calendars usually, unless it's like for a charity or something, I'll buy one. But honestly, I love using my whiteboards. I love just being able to stick things on it. I got magnets galore, and I will just write on it. And yeah, and this is my Kanban board, which has not been used so far this year. So that's where I left off on projects. Oh boy, it's gonna be a mess. But the second half of the year, I think I'm gonna start my 75 hard. We're gonna get back to the Kanban board. This is where I usually hang up my sweaters. I don't know why I don't have one in here right now. I just did laundry, just didn't bring a sweater back in here. So I'll usually have a sweater or a robe. But this is the bag I'm switching to, guys. I told you guys I use this. It's my tote, my house tote, my go anywhere tote. I pack these up and it's my entire office. Everything I could possibly need is in there. It fits everything. So I've been using this just because I love it. I got it in California. I picked that up with Laura Nettles. She took me to the Rip Bodice. So much fun, very cool. I've been using that just because I wanted to use it so bad. This is the keyboard that I prefer to use when I'm working at my standing desk. It's the one that works best for me because it's a little bit wider. The keys are pretty much the same spaced out, but I don't know. I feel better having a bigger keyboard. I don't feel like I'm so crouched in when I'm working in this smaller space. And then this is my little laptop. I use this often. I've got the dust jacket on it because your girl has not been writing. So I'm still in that writing slump. I always keep something to have my phone nearby so I don't totally miss everything. Yikes, which is kind of bad. I don't get a lot of calls. I mean, I get a lot of calls, but I don't have my notifications on, so I don't find out what calls I get till the end of the day usually. But I try to remember to check, so having my phone there helps remind me to check, as long as I don't doom scroll. And then I do keep here, I keep a lot of my handy trinkets, things I want to just have. I have some markers, double-sided tape. I don't know why I keep the things and my grandbabe's little book is up here, just got left in there. But I keep chargers kept up here, and there are other chargers, various types of chargers back here. So I have this shelf ready, so anything I'm working on, I can just pop them up here and I can work in this corner, or I will pull it out to the middle of the floor and get my walking pad out if I just want to have more space and not feel like I'm just in this little area. But most of the time this works fine for me. So a lot of times when I'm on a stream and you hear me stepping, this is where I'm at. So I'm just off camera doing that. This little light stand right here holds my phone when I'm sitting down to record. I was using this one right here, but it's not as flexible as I need it to be, but I love the light. And then a couple years ago, I started using it to hold my headphones. And so I just leave the little camera holder on there, even though I don't use it, because it is so convenient to have my headphones right there. And that's where I keep my mic. I don't use this light anymore. We use this one most of the time. It plugs in, it works. I love it. It's working for me. What's not working for me is my cord situation. I've tried a couple of cord organizers, but because I pull my walking desk out, I haven't found one that works for me where I can keep everything plugged in and be able to pull this desk out and move it up and down whenever I need to. Because this desk also goes down, so if I need to, I can pull this down, pull it around, and I can, just have it as an extended desk. So having this standing desk here is just super convenient. I love having it here. When I was in the other corner, I could not use my standing desk very easily. So I did use it in the same way, but I felt really cramped, and then I was closed in on the other side. So this way, I feel like this whole side of the room where my desk is my workspace, and I love it. Let's move on to my desk. This is typically what it looks like. And hi, that's me. Hello. I'm just using a large flat screen as my second monitor. I do want to get one of those tri-screen monitors. I think maybe a double with my laptop. I don't know. I'm undecided. But yeah, I do want to get something else, but for now this works great. It's big enough that I can just put the screens on there, the size that I need. So I do keep stuff in this corner. It's fine because I usually don't use this corner. Usually right above the iPad and to the right of the iPad is where I have a couple of screens open. You guys know, if you've streamed with me, I always have a ton of tabs. So I can just pop up tabs all I want, and everything works very nicely. I talked about how I use this light for just streaming. So I just use it as a light and to hold my headset, but it's also where my mic is at. And when we're streaming and you can't hear me very well, it's because I forgot to pull my mic down. I do keep my mic plugged in. So then right there we have another cord situation. I wish I could work something out better, but because I stream a lot, and when I stream on Twitch, I have to be plugged into the internet to make sure it's good. Every time I try to not be plugged in, the stream is just not as good. My monitor, my larger monitor, is plugged in as well. It's not wireless. This is my main keyboard, and this is my main keyboard. So it just depends on how I'm feeling like writing. If I need the softer feel, I do use this mechanical keyboard, the one I changed out. I love her, she feels so good. But I love the clankety sound of this one. It sounds with the typewriter sound. To me, you can't beat it. So I'm hoping when I get back to writing that all of these things help me. These are the things that felt good to me before, and I'm really getting ready to prep my office to get back to work. These are what I keep on hand. You can't see, but this is my favorite. The Vanilla Skin from Fleur. I am not sponsored. If anybody wants, I can probably put a link in, but I'm not sponsored. But I love the scent. It smells so good. I will just spray that. My other favorite is 1,000 Wishes from Bath & Body Works. Love them. Keep them on hand. Again, I don't really use this side of the screen very much, so it's fine having that there. I could raise the monitor up higher, but I don't like breaking my neck to look up. Just like the level that it's at right now. And then eucalyptus. I love having fresh flowers, but right now my orchids are in bloom, so I'm not buying fresh flowers. So I thought, oh, I'll just use some of my eucalyptus, and it smells so good. Even when it starts to dry up, you can just cut it a little bit and you get that eucalyptus smell again. So nice, beautiful. Normally I would have, you know, a couple of flowers in there, but for now, the eucalyptus is perfect. And this is a little thing I got. I love these little knit animals. They're so cute. This one I got because it reminds me of my finch. It is not a finch, but because it reminds me of my finch, and it reminds me, this one says, find joy in the journey. And if you guys know my mug, my favorite mug, it literally says, it's not the journey who you're traveling with. Love that mug. So I love things that talk about our life journey. I keep these up here. These are from my daughter, my youngest one, from her. She went to the Taylor Swift tour. She had a great time, so she got me a couple of friendship bracelets that she traded, and she also got me this Ravenclaw. She says I'm Ravenclaw, so I'm just gonna embrace that. Then I keep my journals down here. I keep my planners here. Everything's very convenient. I keep a pencil sharpener here, and my other keyboard is tucked away behind my iPad. Everything's always convenient for me. The iPad usually stays here, but of course I take it anywhere I go if I need to, and it goes in my house purse whenever I need to do anything. This is usually where I have my phone, and I keep a spare phone charger in case I'm doing things. I always like to have a couple of snacks. Right now I have sunflower seeds, which I pretty much always have sunflower seeds, but then I also have a little trail mix. It's got some pecans, some seeds. Are those pumpkin seeds? I think they're pumpkin seeds, and pecans, cranberries, a little variety in there. So I try to keep a little snack handy just in case I need something, and try not to eat candy. Y'all, I do have candy in my office, but I keep it far, far away. So I actually have to travel to get to the candy. The candles. Okay, so that one back there is a woodwick candle, and this is another woodwick candle. You guys know, these are my absolute favorites. She's almost done. I'm gonna finish burning her this week, and then we'll move on to another candle. And I always have a cup of ice and water with me. Right now I'm trying to drink more water, so I'm trying to use these cups to try and count how many full cups I drink. I'm trying to stay healthy. This is where I use my mouse, but also sometimes when I want to move away from my desk, I just will have my mouse right here at my seat. Very, very convenient. So that is my workspace for the most part. And then that's my one speaker. My son got me these speakers. They are so gorgeous. Underneath, if I ever want to go earthy, instead of the gray, which I might for spring, I'm getting ready to change up the office with spring decor. I know I'm late. It's May already. I should have done it. But look at that's beautiful. So I might go with the wood look, and then it just magnets on. It's so cool. Oh, and this is just a Yankee candle. I love Yankee candles. Woodwick is made by Yankee. I love all candles. I love my bougie candles too, but I can't be spending, I burn my candles too much to be spending a ton of money on a $60 candle. Like, I do love them though, don't get me wrong, but sometimes I'm just like, girl, you're just gonna burn this in like 3 days. Why are you spending $60? I can't. So I love my wood wicks. They're great. They work perfectly fine. They do the trick, and they have that fireplace aesthetic with a little crackling. My faves. So when I'm sitting at my desk, hey, these are my knees, and this is where Loki likes to sit a lot of times when he's sitting at my feet. I'll tell my friend JC he's sitting on our footstool because I don't know if she still has it, but she used to have a footstool just like this one. And this basket holds cords, batteries, all kinds of stuff that I need to have like really handy. I think it's got like some monitor wipes, but definitely has a variety of cords and batteries, all the batteries, double and triple A's mostly. And then these, I love these. I can't wait to do them. My DIY, the book nooks. I love these. I saw these maybe a couple years ago, and then last year I just started buying some or asking for them for gifts. So I've gotten these so far, and I cannot wait to build them. I need to build them on a rainy day, or if I get together with my friends and we decide to do like some type of a crafting stream, I'll build one because I really want to. And then I have some art books down here, mostly drawing, a couple of notebooks for planners. The other thing, guys, you're gonna see markers and paper all over the place. I just have a lot. In here I have my holiday decorations. So I've got things for spring, fall, and winter. So we're getting ready to change out my office. Down here, more knickknacks. I have my stickers from NaNoWriMo. Yeah, I used to do the stickers. I have a lot of cards, note cards, and post-it notes in there. I have more post-it notes. Y'all, I have so many. I'm about to embarrass myself. I know people have more, so I'm just gonna tell myself, you know, it's not that bad. So these are a paint set and an inking set. In these cases, I love them. It's a feather inking set and a paint set. And then moving right along, we have more notebooks, craft books, art and drawing books. Yes, and I have a couple of my fitness books because, you know, your girl's a fitness instructor. Even though I have really scaled back, you know, I'm still licensed. I still got to keep that stuff up. Another set of markers. I love this set of markers. They're not Tombos, but they're really, really good. I love the variety of colors that I get. I do have my Tombos though. Those are my favorites. Not gonna lie. And then I have a variety of scissors, all for crafting. Then I have my printer. Got to keep it handy. And then in this drawer, I keep my gloves for drawing, my gloves for cold hands, and my wrist braces. And I also keep my extra lighters. I love these lighters. Hopefully they're safe, but look how cool. And they light so fast. Those are my lighters. This is where I keep my pencils and stuff. I sometimes will move them over here to my desk, but I don't like my desk to be too crowded. I need my space. And I always feel like I already have a lot of stuff on here. So keeping all of this, it feels like I have clutter out of my face, but also it's needed clutter, so I have it where I need it. And then that is my analog clock. So if I ever want to just do some really quiet timers, I will use those. They are great. And back here, just because I have this extra space, don't judge me, but I keep my canvases back here and my easel, which I love this easel, but I really need more storage. And that is a candle. I need to trade this one out. I have burned it a few times. I did love the spice apple toddy, but because I was burning the wood wicks so much, I just didn't burn as much. We're gonna go through our drawers and bins. I'm not gonna go through my desk drawers very much, but I'm gonna let you guys see. I keep some things here. There is junk underneath. It's semi-organized, but I don't know how organized, so I'm not gonna show you guys all of that. And then I keep, this is my favorite notebook. I need to find another one. But I keep my variety of glasses. I keep a ball because I am always, my shoulder and back need it. And then I keep, this is the lighter that I'm currently using. I keep my chapsticks, nail clippers, all of that stuff. I like to keep it nice and handy. And I don't know, I just have a lot of stuff. Oh, and my Dr. Seuss pen. I really want to put that up. I need to find a spot for it. Now, onto these other bins. The top bin is all things sticky. All my tapes and glues, duct tapes, crafting tapes go in there. This one has a bunch of stuff for my journals, a lot of stickers. I have some more Tombow markers. I've got Sharpies down here, tons and tons and tons of stickers and more markers. And in the bottom one, I have my resins. I have some paper that I was using recently to do my Cricut, which I keep in the closet with a ton more Cricut stuff. But sometimes when I'm using stuff, I will just put it here because it's like right there. So I don't have to get up and put everything away. Down here, I have just boxes and boxes of crafting stuff, mostly washi tapes, different markers. My Tombows and some other markers are down here as well. Lots of markers and different markers. So many markers, guys. More markers here. I have this set, which I think you guys saw. I have my calligraphy set. More things that I use for my journals. Lots of stickers, lots of things. More markers, more paper. Yeah, there's just lots of markers, lots of pens. Those are my different sized inking pens. I also have drawing pencils that do the same thing. Lots of paper down here. And then this is where Loki sits. And I'm not in here very often, but if I need to get in here, I literally just move this out of the way. And I can pull out this whole bin where I have my watercolors, I have my wax ink set down there, and of course more markers. Oh my gosh, I have so many markers. But yeah, and then more paper because, yeah, just because paper. And this is where Loki plays and hangs out. This is where he sits. This is where he's at when he's window watching to see the people walking by. This is one of his favorite spots. He considers this his room. So yeah. All right, one of the other things right here, I have a crap ton of just post-it notes. And these are the post-it notes I keep organized. I do have spare post-it notes, but this I like to keep handy because they're all right there and they're color coordinated. And so when one color runs out, I can go grab another and stick it right in there. And nice variety. Gotta have it. And also my Tombows, I do keep quite a few. Anyway, let me get these put back in there. All right, hard to do. Sometimes trying to pull everything out is really hard. Pulling it out and trying to show you guys at the same time. That is my desk setup. That is how I work. That is me. Ta-da! This is where I'm at when you guys are watching me stream. Most of the time. This is my little work area and how I have my desk set up. And of course, you guys know I love the pretty lights. Oh my gosh, guys, I have these 2 blind date with the books. We're gonna have to do these one day because I'm very curious. But I've been so busy, I haven't actually had any real downtime to just dig into one. So as soon as I get some downtime, guys, we are gonna do a blind date with a book. But yeah, this is my setup. This is my office. This is how I work. That's my little bit of clutter. It's not a little bit. I really got to figure out something with these cords. But this is how I work. Ta-da! This is me. This is how I work. I like it. It's comfy. It's a situation that works for me. I'm very lucky. I got this room when one of the kiddos moved out. This is a nice view I have. You guys remember back when I was in the corner, I had a view directly out the window. So now I'm more like beside the window. So I just have to turn my desk and I can still see the beautiful greenery outside, which I love. Yeah, I'm gonna change this over for my spring summer decor. Maybe the next video, but oh no, the next video I'm switching over my bag. Should I do that now? We'll decide. It depends on how long this video is. So I'll switch over my bag and I'm gonna get my room decorated for spring because I am a seasonal girly. I do spring and summer, and then I will change it over again for fall, and then Christmas, and then after Christmas we just do a basic reset. And this was the reset refresh, so it's very plain, simple. I love earthy colors. It is time for me to get some color in here. It's time to spring this place up. But for now, you get to see this side of the room. And this side is my workspace. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye. And that's Loki. Adorable. Hi, little guy. I was just giving everybody a tour of my desk. How are you, sweet guy? Loki is just so cute. He knows it too. Are you comfortable? You picked a different spot to lay down today. Today we are in the middle of May and I am doing some challenges. So far they're going pretty good. My next challenge is going to be probably my toughest one because I've been in a writing slump. I gotta work this out and getting words every day, and I can write every day. When I say writing slump, I mean those meaningful words that are going to be put towards a story. I can kind of like travel, I can do a shiny new idea, but I haven't been really like writing. Loki, he's very distracting. Okay, brain, focus. All right, we're locking in. But I haven't really been like writing my stories, writing a novel, working on my comic book. I haven't been doing any of those things. So that's what I mean by writing slump. I want to get something done this year. I don't know if I can push through and get something done this summer, but I'm gonna try. That's part of the 75 hard. And as I prepare for the 75 hard, I am just doing little micro challenges. I just did the phone one. That was harder than I thought it was gonna be because I feel like I'm a person who's not on my phone all the time, but I tend to, he's so cute. I tend to like get distracted and doom scroll random things, but I'm good at not having my notifications on. So I intentionally check my phone twice a day. So I have some group chats and I'll check those, you know, I try to remember to check those at least once a day. Do get phone distracted where I will start watching shorts or TikToks, and then before I know it, it's been an hour. So I thought, oh, this challenge, it shouldn't be that hard. It was harder than I thought. It was hard not to be calling people, but I made it through. I did it. I had to get caught up on a few things. It wasn't that bad. There were no emergencies. It wasn't like I was completely off my phone. I did get to see some messages when I would do my Duolingo or my Finch. I don't know if I'm gonna do something like that again. People do the total unplugs where they're off their computer and everything. I don't think I can do that. We're not gonna go that far, but it was nice and I missed it more than I thought I would. Yeah, and I don't think I'll do that one again, but it was nice to kind of like get refocused. I have noticed that since that challenge is over, I'm not finding myself doom scrolling. It's only been a few days though, but I haven't found myself doom scrolling like I used to. The good thing is though, I'm more anxious to check my group messages now. I don't know, something about not being able to check my group messages. My family's on WhatsApp. I have another group chat with some author friends, and then I have another friend group chat in the area friend. It was hard not checking those, and so now I find myself wanting to check those more often. So if anything good came out of that, hey, my friends group chat, the group chats are going to be better, because it was just a weird feeling not being able to check them. I say that now, I'll probably go back to my same old ways, who knows. But in this moment of being a couple days out, I feel like, did I miss something? It was an interesting experience. Coming up, I've got the Write Every Day challenge, and I've got the Film Something Every Day challenge coming up. But I also have some time off that I need to plan, because I've got my family coming, and everybody's gonna be here. My mom's gonna be here, my sister's gonna be here. The challenges are going. They're going. We'll see if I'm able to keep these up. Loki doing his people watching. I'm gonna do a full office tour very soon. I'm gonna be switching my office, because I think I don't know what all I'm gonna add in the video, because editing, guys, I've got to get all this stuff edited. Oof, let me focus. Lock in. Loki, you got me all distracted, buddy. All right, I decorate for spring, summer, and then I decorate for fall, and then I do my final decoration for the holidays, Christmas holidays. A lot of fun. When January comes back around, I take everything down. I go back down to my blank slate. I love neutral, earthy tones, stone, sand, earthy, feels very natural, very renewing to me. These are the colors that I like. I know everybody's different. Some people don't like to change their space. They get it the way they want it, and they need it to stay that way. I am not that person. I'm changing my space all the time. In fact, I get very bored very quickly with my space, so I've got to change it up. So I'm ready. It is time to do my spring and summer decor. I should have done it a while ago, but again, guys, getting the whole garden done, that totally wiped me out. Like, you have no idea. It was a lot. Now that spring and summer have come around, I'm gonna get out as much as I can and do recording outside if I can, whenever I can. But I'm gonna be changing up my office. I'm so ready for a refresh. I'm ready to get some spring colors in here. We're gonna go with some floral patterns. I don't buy a ton of stuff. It's gonna be me basically just changing out pillow covers. So it'll be the same pillows, different pillow coverings, that kind of thing. We'll be changing out those. That'll be cool. And I'll take you guys along with me when I change things up and let you guys see. I still have holiday candles up. I can't believe I didn't change out all the Christmas candles, because I just didn't. I've got a lot of those I've got to change. I've got a lot of things I've got to change out. And we'll get it all done. We'll get it all done together, guys. And that's pretty much all I have for this video. Before we go, show me your workspace. What does your creative workspace look like? Is it super clean, like nothing there, nothing on the desk except for your pen and paper? Or your tablet, nothing else? Or are you like, just need all of the trinkets, all the baubles, all the things? Let me know. I'm super curious to see how other people work in their space. Do you keep like me? You gotta have a cup of water and ice. You have to have your tea, coffee. Like what's on your desk? What's on your desk? Let me know. I'm curious. Let us know in the comments, or you can make a video, make a short. If you vlog, do a vlog. Let us see what your workspace looks like. I'm very curious to see how other people work. Anyway, that is all I have for today. I'm ready to get out of here. Loki, do you want to say bye? Guys, if you like these videos and you want to see more, hit the like and subscribe button. Say bye. Say bye-bye. But then when January comes, oh, hiccups. No, we're not going to hiccup through this video. At least I'll go out and I'll get some recording done. Loki is doing his rolling around thing. Yes, he is rolling around because he's decided that's what needs to happen.
My gosh, my iPad's so shiny, you can see me.